At midfield, a sophomore, number 1, Janelle Zupetic. At midfield, a sophomore, number 3, Kristen Gallagher. At attack, a sophomore, number 4, Kelsey Kakaic. At defender, number 7, senior captain, Ali Abramovich. In goal, junior, Sabrina Zatola. At attack, a senior, number 18, Alex Neal. At attack, a junior, number 19, Kylie Bradbury. At defender, a junior, number 22, Mackenzie McGuire. At midfield, number 24, senior captain, Sarah Ward. At defender, a junior, number 27, Mariah Ondeck. At attack, a junior, number 41, Cassie Bertot. And at defender, a junior, number 48, Kelsey Barner. The Franklin Regional Lady Panthers are coached by Jen Gustin, who is assisted by Stacy Pollock. And now, the starting lineup for your Lady Panthers of Upper St. Clair. In goal, a junior, number 8, Ashley Alo. At defender, a sophomore, number 16, Lindsay Kirkpatrick. At defender, a junior, number 13, Hannah Deal. At defender, a junior, number 15, Kirsten Rockenstein. At defensive wing, a junior, number 14, Sammy Teal. At midfield, number 20, senior captain, Amy Anderson. At midfield, a junior, number 17, Sam Pickruss. At midfield, a junior, number 10, Natalie Palladino. Move that one up. At attack, a junior, number 23, Laurel Steinberger. At attack, a senior, number 25, Malin Gruningle. At attack, a junior, number 33, Marie Lehman. And at attack wing, a freshman, number 32, Alexa Seaton. Our Lady Panthers are coached by Dave Palcho, who is assisted by Mike Palcho.
So hello and welcome to Panther Stadium for the first game of the 2010 women/girls lacrosse season at home. The Lady Panthers are 1-0, having defeated Baldwin High School earlier this week in a game at Baldwin. This is our first home game since the Panther section champions finished their season as the runner-up in the Whoopio last year. Graduated a large number of seniors, so we're going to see a lot of new faces here on your local cable network. St. Clair looking to win the draw here. Open stick call, or maybe a blocking foul. I'm Andy Fletcher here with my new co-host Chet Baczynski. Pleasure to be here. He is a renowned lacrosse expert. Came in here wearing his brine headwear. Fresh from his master's lacrosse game. He's going to teach us a thing or two, I think.
Well, if it has anything to do with lacrosse, I'm not the man to ask. What? I do know that's a goal.
Unfortunately for the wrong team. That was number 10 that scored that, right? Sure, it was 10, but I don't see it on there. 19.
I'm going to have to do a better job as your color commentator / spotter next time, Andy.
Franklin Regional goal scored by number 19, Kylie Bradbury.
That draw's cleanly won by Franklin Regional.
Franklin Regional was our semifinal opponent last year. We beat them 3 times. All the games were tough. Or maybe we beat them twice. No, we played them home and away. We beat them at Franklin Regional in a hard-fought game.
That's a real nice defensive play right there. But
I did quite up to the game that they beat Marletta this year.
Yeah, well, last year they beat Mount Lebanon once, they beat Peters once, and we beat them 3 times, including the semifinal matchup in the Whoopeel Championship. We beat them fairly handily, but they are definitely eager to get us back. You can see here Natalie Palladino pushing the attacker out to the wing.
Now, Andy, as a neophyte, explain a couple of things to me. It looks like, much like man-to-man basketball, the girls mark up against their offensive opponent.
Yeah, well, not only did they mark up against their opponent,
A real nice save by Ashley Ayla.
that's correct. They do, and in fact, there's rules on double teaming, and one of which is called shooting space, and we'll see that called undoubtedly at some point when you're inside the 8-meter circle. That wasn't good. Unforced turnover there. Franklin Regional working it down, but you essentially you can't stand in the way of where a shooter would go if they beat their defender
Now,
to shoot.
If the defender does have position, can they maintain that position?
Yes, the charging versus blocking fouls it's pretty liberal. Depends on the ref, much like basketball. But you can see it. You can see here, for example. That's not good. Franklin Regional goal by number 24, Sarah Ward. So essentially, what you can't park inside the 8-meter and be ready to pick off the attacker after the attacker has beat the first defender. You have to be within, so many feet of somebody else, and then you can peel off your player and pick up the moving attacker, but you can't park and essentially wait for the attacker to come through traffic and stop them. That's called shooting space.
Now, we see once again the middle draw in the middle of the field after a goal. Is it ideal to push the ball or pull the ball back towards where you want to attack towards?
Well, there's two theories or approaches on the draw. One is, in particular, if you have a tall center, the center will try to get the draw straight up and beat the other center to the ball. The other theory is the center will rip the ball to a specific position on the field, and it's the other. That was really bad.
Number 24 for Franklin Regional scored that goal.
Franklin Regional goal by number 24, Sarah Ward.
And a timeout for
Quick.
the Lady Panthers. Probably a well-timed timeout. We look a little bit disjointed and maybe a little bit nervous on our home opener.
Yeah, I think definitely some nerves there where we're dropping balls when we're well under control. But that's also something they're going to pick up and get more comfortable with as they get more games under their belt. I would say 60 to 70% of the starting lineup graduated, and it was a strong class from their freshman year. So the girls who just graduated were had heavy playing time their sophomore through senior year. So a lot of the girls, are in the front end of the game in a pressure situation against a good team, and Franklin Regional is a very good team for the first time.
How many of the girls that did graduate last year went on to play at college?
4 of them are playing in Division I. Rachel Engel, who unfortunately has a knee injury, is playing at Robert Morris here in Pittsburgh. Jessie Melby is playing goalie down at Davidson in North Carolina. The Penn Quakers have Meredith Kane, who was our top scorer for at least the last 2 and maybe the last 3 years. And then my daughter Sarah Fletcher is playing attack at Virginia Tech.
Well, let's see if that timeout has calmed what might be a little bit of nerves on opening night for the home team. Although this is not their first game. The girls did win at Baldwin on Tuesday night. It was a well-fought game. And once again, the draw.
Okay, so this draw, the theory was to take it to Natalie Palladino or the people right in her vicinity, to rip the ball to your attackers. And it really is, in that case, it's the responsibility of the center to rip it towards the player, and then it's the responsibility of the players waiting outside the center circle to gather the ball. So it really depends on the player, the player you have playing center, and
Ooh. It almost looked like she just
took a dive.
took a dive. I didn't see any offense there, but as I said, I'm a neophyte to the game.
About this game, girls come in bundles, and unfortunately they're coming to the wrong team in bundles.
Franklin Regional goal by number 41, Cassie Barpez. So it looks like, is it Marie Lehman, 33, taking the draw? I can't tell because she's turned sideways to us on the draw.
That was Alexa Seaton taking the draw, by
Okay.
the way. Freshman starter. And here the Panthers come in the attacking zone. Now, Andy, once again, for my purpose, as well as our viewers, I'm guessing that these mostly are set plays.
It depends. Typically, St. Clair plays a lot of set plays, but again, like basketball, you can essentially just work the ball around the horn and then have people cutting diagonally across the front of the goal, and you just wait until you have a mismatch and then you go. So you can wait for a mismatch, see Natalie Palladino coming across the goal looking for a pass. You can have a mismatch on the pass, or you can have a mismatch on the drive. So, you can drive to the goal, as Amy Anderson's thinking about doing. She's going driving to the goal. Oh, nice shot there. Good save.
Now, I see the ref is counting seconds. Is that for how long the
I think it's
goalie can hold the ball?
I think it's for how long the goalie can hold the ball in the crease without being defended. And after a certain period of time, a defender can go into the crease, so the goalie can't just park in the crease all day. Now, as a practical matter, they usually leave the goalie alone. But if Phil Engel was here, he could tell us how long the goalie was allowed to have the ball unimpeded. But his youngest daughter graduated, so now we have to guess. He used to bring the rule book and everything, too. Now, notwithstanding the fact it's 4-0, Franklin Regional actually doesn't look that strong to me. They've had a couple of kind of chip-in goals.
We have a whistle. And I can't tell the reason for the whistle. He's pulling two girls aside to get them. Randy, any idea?
Who has the ball?
Franklin Regional has the ball.
I have no idea what the call was. I didn't see. It was some kind of off-ball foul. As I was watching the movement of the ball.
Lindsay Kirkpatrick was the one on that nice defensive play to stop the cutter from taking that pass.
Oh, no. Don't let her do that. Don't let her roll that crease. Franklin Regional goal by number 4, Kelsey Kakenak.
Well, we have a couple of substitutions.
Maggie Simpson coming in for the Panthers.
And Kristen Perry.
Ed is referring to the fact that my daughter Sarah wore number 4 and played center for a couple of years here.
And I'm looking on our roster. I don't see a number 4.
Maggie Simpson.
They have her down as 43. It appears that she's changed her number.
Yeah, it looks like she has.
Now let's see how the draw is this time. $17:31 left in the first half of the game, and Franklin Regional is up 5-0.
Loose ball for St. Clair here. Good job by number 14.
It was a smart play, I think, by Samantha to just get it back to the goalie and let the play set up, and we are now in the attacking zone.
Amy Anderson passing over to. Our roster is a little bit discombobulated. You have to forgive us on our calls here. That's Laurel Steinberger, number 23, just had the ball.
And pass that to Samantha Teal, and it will be side out Upper St. Clair. Nope, excuse me, side out Franklin Regional.
Okay.
Out of bounds the red line, but they bring it in at the white line.
When you find out, you can let me know.
You guys are doing that,
Are you sure it wasn't some kind of a penalty? Okay, they say that Sammy Teal is 14, but that's not Sammy Teal. Oh wait, maybe it is Sammy Teal. Sammy Pickers is 17. Sammy Teal,
14.
14. Okay.
And by the time the season's over, we might get this down.
Oh, good turnover for St. Clair. Oh no!
That's one of the problems with the shallow net that they have in this game. It's much different than the men's game.
That was too bad.
And Franklin Regional was setting up an offense. You can tell that there are some set plays that they're running or some repetitions that they're doing. And a nice save by Ashley.
Nice outlet pass to Amy Anderson to just take it right through the traffic. She figures, you know what, I'll go ahead and run the ball.
Now would that be called a slashing?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's probably stick to the body. In girls lacrosse, you can only check the stick. You can't check the stick. You can't check the body at all. And you can't reach around the body to check the stick near the head. So you can reach around the shoulders and the waist, but not around the head. So it could have been any of those calls.
Well, one of the very apparent things to me is, of course, in the men's game, they do wear helmets and a lot more padding than the girls. And for obvious reasons, you want to avoid sticks going near the face. The girls do wear an eye guard, of course, but there's a lot that can go wrong with sticks to the face, and we just saw an example of that. I think that one of the Franklin Regional girls got the stick up just a little bit, and bad things happen.
All right, that whistle is totally wrong unless he gives the ball to Franklin Regional. She got fouled next to the goal. She should have placement next to the goal. Sammy Teal looking to roll the crease.
Ooh. Nice try, nice effort, nice move.
Natalie Palladino with the loose ball. Back over to Sammy Teal. who's going to again roll the crease. Thinks better of it.
Passing is very crisp right now. Looks like the girls have settled in.
Of course, they all know that Amy is the...
Nice
Oh,
goal. What a beautiful, beautiful placement of that shot.
Amy Anderson scores the first goal for Upper St. Clair.
And that makes the score 5-1 with 13:11 left in the first half. And let's see if that might get the girls even a little bit more settled in. And number 4 is going to be taking the draw for Upper St. Clair. Who is that, Andy? We don't know.
It's Maggie Simpson.
We don't know. We do know it's not your daughter. I do have to say that after about 2 weeks of 80-degree weather, the girls are out there in their short sleeves and shorts, and it can't be 50 degrees out there right now.
Yeah,
Very
I think they dressed for a different day.
Very cool evening. Girls are all marking up, playing good position. And I'm going to guess that much like most sports, it's your job as a defender to stay between the goal and the ball.
Correct. Easier said than done sometimes.
Nice roll there. And that, I'm guessing, is a set play. Would it not be? Where
Yeah.
they cut to the net, and
It was almost like an alley-oop pass there. That looks to me like they've practiced that one before, where she just goes past the defender, holds her stick up, and she just passed the ball, kind of a loop pass, which she picked up on the run. It was a nice play.
Now, one thing I did notice, and maybe we should explain this for the viewers, is the pass went out of bounds having last been touched by Franklin Regional. But that doesn't mean side out Upper St. Clair, does it?
It does not. If the ball goes out on the sidelines, well, actually, in the entire perimeter of the field, the ball goes out of bounds. The team that last touched it, the opposite team gets the ball, unless it's a shot on goal. If it's a shot on goal and it goes out the end line, then the team closest to the ball when it goes out gets the ball. And the purpose that's a rule change a couple years ago. Oh, that was a nice play.
Well, I don't know if the viewers will get a view of that goal, but we had a girl from Franklin Regional who was a defender actually swap positions with one of the attackers of Franklin Regional and cut all the way from the other opposite side of the field and caused maybe a little bit of confusion.
Franklin Regional goal by number 48, Kelsey Barner. Yeah, she was a defender playing behind the restraining line, and what they did is they pulled an attacker on the defensive side of the restraining line, which is the 35-yard line on the football field, and or maybe the 30-yard line, I forget. And she then came rocketing through, and you're right, they didn't see her coming, and it was a surprise. That was an open stick call right there.
Now, I'm going to ask a question that I think I know the answer to, but it seems like there's some relatively sophisticated plays that you can run in ladies lacrosse, and the more experienced your team, the more they play together, the more they're going to get to read their teammates and what they're going to do in any particular instant.
Pretty much sums it up. Yep, I think that's accurate. Some of the teams will play set plays. Other teams will do kind of a flow fast break.
And that goal was called off.
All right, so he makes a shooting space call and calls off the goal. The whole point of the rule is to help the attacker shoot. So that's another aspect of lacrosse that I've never understood. They will they'll blow the whistle and call the foul even if they're blowing the whistle after they shoot, they still call off the goal.
Not like in hockey where you have a delayed penalty.
Exactly.
And here we have what is probably pretty close to a penalty shot when the whistle goes.
Right. Anytime inside the 8 meter you get a set shot, you got a very high chance of scoring a goal. Depends on where the other defenders are. In girls lacrosse,
Nice stop.
whenever the whistle blows, everybody on the field has to freeze where they are, and it picks up from that point. So how much it becomes like a penalty shot, to use your analogy, is in part due a function of how close the player is to the goal, and it's also in part due to where the other defenders are at the time the whistle blows. So Upper St. Clair has been having a tough time with some unforced errors. There's been quite a number of drop balls leading directly to goals. Number 19, Kylie Bradbury, scoring for Franklin Regional.
Scores now 7-1. Franklin Regional, 9:36 left in the first half. Continuous clock at that point.
Well, St. Clair is actually, looks pretty good except for all the unforced errors. A lot of dropped balls.
Now the call there appeared to be we had the upper hand at picking up the ball, and Franklin Regional engaged our stick. Is that pretty much
Yeah,
it?
I think it was an open stick call. Sammy Pickers with the ball. So again, that's what I'm talking about in the unforced errors. We're playing just fine. The reason they got that ball, you can see there the goalie gets a free pass inside the crease there.
Nice outlet pass.
An illegal check there by Franklin Regional.
Nice pass. She was being engaged by three ladies and found an open person. Upper St. Clair is setting up its plays. Girls obviously cutting to certain spots in the field, trying to get open and find that open shot. Another penalty called on Franklin Regional. I think that was a illegal check if I'm following the game at this point.
I think you're right. I think it was, some kind of, there's a whole bunch of names for him, but basically comes to either blocking or hacking her arm. Again, I don't know why they're setting her up out there, though. Natalie Palladino with the free position. Going for the goal.
Nice stop. And that's another shot on goal.
I see the team looks like they're suffering a little bit from an ailment they've had in years past, which is they're not passing to the open cutter. They're waiting for a certain player to come through, even if they're triple teamed. Maggie Simpson came across the middle there wide open, and whoever was behind the net kind of ignored her. They need to make those passes if they're going to score.
There is 6:16 left in the first half. The score is 7-1. Franklin Regional is on the attack. And Franklin Regional will get the side out after the errant shot, and one of the Franklin Regional ladies is nearest to the puck after it goes, or excuse me, the ball after it goes out of bounds. Now I do see where our team is engaging the girl behind the goal line. At times you won't see that. They'll usually wait for them to be in front of the net where they're the most dangerous.
Well, there's a variety of reasons for doing that. One of them is if you don't engage the girl behind the net, then their ability to roll the crease is increased, and it just depends on what kind of defense you're playing. And for that matter, who it is that has the ball. You can see the two defenders for St. Clair here. You're guarding the goal line. That helps prevent the attacker from rolling the crease, which is when they come from behind the net and they roll their shoulder, and then they have a direct shot on the goalie. Oh, good turnover pickup by St. Clair. Oh, very nice job there by number 12.
Now she was engaged by two separate defenders who...
It looks like Kristen Perry. Yeah, Kristen Perry, number 12, a freshman, having a nice game.
She's going to look to pass, I believe.
Yeah, I think she's looking for Sammy Pickris.
Okay, we have a shot inside out, so we will have a St. Clair ball. Now notice something else perhaps for the first time. There's a lot of balls just around the perimeter. I'm going to guess that those are purchased. Oh, a nice goal by number 17.
St. Clair goal by number 17, Sammy Pickris.
Very nice play. Very nice teamwork on that play. .339 left in the half. Upper St. Clair cuts the lead to Franklin Regional 7 and the Lady Panthers 2. So the JV game where the Lady Panthers did unfortunately go down in defeat, but within the last 2 minutes of game, they scored 5 or 6 goals to cut it from 9-2 to 9-8.
That's awesome.
So this is a game where you can score in bunches. Just got to stop them every now and then.
Well, it's a huge possession game. So if you get possession and you score and then you win the next draw, you can go, the goals can flow in bunches, absolutely. And if you have two teams that are both effective on attack, each time you have a turnover, it's a two-goal swing. So you see it a lot, team get up 3-4 goals and then be down 2 before you know it.
One thing I have noticed is it appears that at times, unfortunately another goal for Franklin Regional.
I didn't see who scored it, so she won't get her announcement.
No, it wasn't St. Clair, so I'm not as concerned as I otherwise might be. But there are certain pick plays they appear to be running where one of the Franklin Regional ladies will be coming across the field and another one will try to pick off her defender. Is that a legal play?
No.
Well, they're getting away with
I
it.
think maybe a face-to-face pick is and not a blind pick. I forget. In other words, if you're running across to pick up an attacker and another one of the attacker's teammates blocks you face to face, but a blind pick, no.
Now, who is that? Has a nice speed going on for Upper St. Clair.
I think that is
Number 14.
Sammy Teal. She's passing over to Amy Anderson. Amy's going to go ahead and try to make a dodge. Back to Sammy Teal again, and she's going to pass it over to Natalie Palladino.
We have cutters, and they just were not open. Probably a good decision not to pass that.
Oh, no, no, no. That was too bad.
And number 19 for Franklin Regional shoots, and she has a nice shot to score a goal.
What number was it?
Number 19.
Franklin Regional goal by number 19, Kylie Bradbury. And that's the good news is, the bad news is the score is 9-2, so it's a 7-goal deficit. The good news is they're not really outplaying us that much, so long as we have, I would say, of that 7-goal margin, 4 or 5 of them are just unforced errors where we give them the ball and they've run in and scored. A couple in the goal crease when we had it on defense, and a couple on attack where we're passing around and we just pass it to one of their players. And like I said earlier, you will see these big swings. If you have a good team, a team that has an effective attack, you turn the ball over to them in certain situations, it's almost a guaranteed goal. The game is, and the rules are heavily designed to encourage offense.
Call there that's going to leave the ball with Franklin Regional. And it appears, well, no indication what the call is, but it nonetheless is a call.
I think it might have been shooting space.
Well, she was passing the ball. Maybe they didn't pick up on that subtly.
Oh, you don't have to be shooting to have a shooting space call.
Oh, okay.
It's basically an illegal defense. So if you have a second defender who's in the space that the attacker would otherwise shoot in, that's called shooting space.
I certainly am learning a lot today. Score is 9-2 with 1:26 left in the first half. One thing refs seem to do is explain their calls with great care.
And no consideration for the fact that you and I want to go home and watch Masters highlights.
Well, today is the first day of the Masters golf tournament, and I'm wearing my traditional Masters shirt. Not that anybody cares.
Well, it's always helpful to explain your outfit, seeing as we don't get to be on camera.
The Islanders are playing one of our Upper St. Clair grads, Dylan Reese. He's playing tonight.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
How long is he out of St. Clair? How old is he?
He's 2005.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he graduated from Harvard.
Well, so he went to 2 different schools and plays for an NHL team, and he only got one of them right. Hate the Islanders, hate Harvard, love Upper St. Clair. So 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
He has 2 goals so far. He was just brought up recently. So. I'm excited for him. That's definitely the 1 minute left. So.
There's now 26 seconds left and a missed shot by
Oh,
Franklin.
wide open goal she missed. That's good news for St. Clair. She had a point-blank range, and she just missed the goal.
And we have
10
20
seconds left.
in the half, and hopefully they'll not get a shot off. Oh, with 4.8
A
seconds.
Meredith Kane special right there. Meredith used to do that all the time.
Yeah, it's a shame to give one up with 4.8 left.
Did not see who scored it.
Well, that might be...
That's a long drive from Franklin Regional anyway. I don't think there's a mom out there who's going to be too disappointed.
They might not get cable channel 7 either.
Some people, though, do buy this special subscription that enables them to get St. Clair even all the way out in the eastern suburbs because of our renowned announcing. So we could do probably instant download on Netflix too, for the diehard fans who live out of state.
And that's the end of the first half.
25 minutes left in the game. St. Clair's getting ready for its big comeback. Of course, we have no light in here, so it's very difficult to.
I thought it affected the.
Yeah, it'll be better. Well,
It probably affects the camera. It's just difficult for us to announce because we don't have all the players memorized yet.
That I know is a hacking call. Franklin Regional get ready on the attack. Obviously no shot clock in this game.
No shot clock, which is another aspect of the game. In tight games, it can be very interesting because sometimes with the 1-goal lead, if you play to just play keep away.
We tried that last year, though.
Ed is remembering 2 years ago when we were getting ready to beat Mount Lebanon for the first time in the history of the program, and we had the lead on them. And Phil Engel was recounting how in 2007 we were up 2 goals and they let them score 3 goals in the last minute to lose the game. And it then unfolded exactly that way. In 2008, I thought Phil was going to have a heart attack because his daughter Rachel was the one who tried to score with 45 seconds left, and the goalie saved it and then cleared it. They tied it and won it in regulation. That was pretty hard. But last year we did beat them. We lost to them the spring break week. We played them here in the snow and lost. But then we beat them at Lebo in a particularly sweet victory. Okay, here comes Sammy Teal. Oh, come on.
And what was that call?
I have no idea, but there's no way they should end up with the ball there.
It's killing a lot of clock, though.
Well, I think there should be a rule that you can't referee if you don't have the physical ability to move. He can't run.
No, we can't.
Hey, I'm a lawyer, and there's something called the ADA out there.
Yeah, well, not for a job that requires you. The ADA has reasonable accommodations, right? You can't have a reasonable accommodation. If you need a wheelchair, you can't be in a running job.
Oh, that's just cold.
Well,
You're not a very nice person.
but I'd defeat your ADA claim, and that's what would matter.
Franklin Regional very methodically looking at its options. Only now, now that looked to me to be a situation where 2 girls are going for the ball, and I don't see why that should be a penalty.
Well, you're 90% right. It wasn't 2 girls going for the ball. It was a clean stick check, and that's a bad whistle. I mean, they are allowed to check sticks. St. Clair needs a takeaway here.
I do have a question about goaltending. They have obviously very large nets, and it looks like most times the goalies try to stop it with their large nets. Are they allowed to legally block the ball with any other parts of their body?
Yes. It's just really tough to do. I'm not sure if they all wear leg pads. Some of them will wear shin guards underneath their sweats. And they have a chest protector, and they have gloves on, of course.
Ooh, now that was not a legal play. I can
No.
tell that even as I'm not an experienced fan. But,
Well, and it's always helpful if you grab your goggles. And now they're giving her a card, because if you it's, a stick to the head is an automatic yellow card.
Now, do we stay down a man?
Yes.
And for how long of a period of time?
I think it's 2 minutes, isn't it, Ed?
2 or 5, I don't know. It depends, I guess, on the severity of the call.
Well, we're going to watch. It's at 20:26 left in the half. And a nice stop by Ashley Alo. Looking to clear the ball, and she does that successfully to number 27.
But to answer your question about the goalie, last year there were 2 reasons that we lost the championship game to Peters. One reason was that they ran us ragged with line changes, and the girls just got exhausted at the end of the game. But the other reason, and it was a bigger reason, is that the goalie for Peters Township was on fire. And she made, I kid you not, 10 kick saves. I've never seen anything like it. She looked like Marc-Andre Fleury. You know, she'd be moving left, the shot would go
nice,
right. And
by the way, good to get to the game here. Nice play and shot by.
Amy Anderson lost the handle on that right as she was shooting.
And that was a nice stop by Franklin Regional.
She went to rip that and it kind of got loose in her stick, so
Well,
it
they're
didn't
not-
really get the paste on it that she wanted.
I don't know what the call was there. Perhaps the goalie took too long?
No, I have no
Well,
idea.
We got the ball. And
That is an unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this.
with nobody in the.
Oh, how can you not
Oh.
score there? Sorry,
Whoa!
I know it's harder than it looks.
I don't know if that's legal or not, but they didn't call, and with the goalie out of the crease, I guess.
Natalie
he's fair
Palladino at the
game.
top of the 8-meter, looking to cut. Over to Sammy Teal.
Now, one of their girls is right next to the goalie. How close can you get inside the crease as a defender?
I think she can get up against the pipe if she wants to. The rule on the attacker for shooting is your stick cannot be in the crease as you start your shot. You can finish your shot with your stick in the crease, but you can't start your shot with the stick in the crease.
Yeah, that weather is getting colder and colder out there today. And as we said earlier, it was a beautiful couple of weeks, but the weather today is howling, and the girls hopefully are keeping warm.
You guys are lucky you're not on the roof. I don't know if they stop the clock or not. They don't give me any signal.
Now let it go.
17:35 left in the first half. And for the record, here on April 8th, it is now 50 degrees outside and falling. It dropped about 20 degrees today. And do we know why the stoppage in play has occurred?
I think it was the coach was yelling. Looked like he was whining.
Well, it doesn't look like that coach is happy.
Happy's a relative term with Mike.
Very nice defensive.
Very nice defensive play and good pickup by
Who
Natalie
was that?
Palladino.
Who was that with that? Is it
That
number
was-
11?
It was number 18, I
Number
think, that made
18.
that play.
Well, we're going to have to get her name because that was a very fine defensive play.
Good job by 31 there, pushing her outside. We have, it's dark in here and our rosters are not by number, that's alphabetical, so it's tough to pick up, so we apologize, folks. Chet's using the old
Number
cell
18,
phone.
that was Kristen, who had that nice defensive play before.
Is that Kristen Deal?
No, Rockenstein.
Okay.
And who was the other player that we're looking for? Oh,
11.
Unfortunately, another goal. It's now 11-2 Franklin Regional with 15:50 left in the half.
Give me the light. Franklin Regional goal by number 4, Kelsey Kakenek. Between the need for reading glasses and it being actually dark in here, not just low light, I'm getting nowhere.
Well, you're not a young man anymore.
Not as young as I used to be, at least. Figure when I've been married 24 years and I've got a daughter in college, then I can admit to not being able to read without glasses. So Natalie Palladino looks like she's, or maybe that's, no, it's Natalie Palladino taking the draw.
Side out to Upper St. Clair. Is that the proper term, side out? I know that it is in
Uh,
soccer.
Oh, is it? Is that the soccer term?
Yes, it is.
I'd only ever heard it in volleyball, but I figured
I think it is.
I'd always heard it only in volleyball, but not being a soccer dad, I couldn't comment one way or the other.
For those soccer fans who think that I'm wrong, I'm probably wrong, and please don't write.
Yeah, well, you know, the deluge of fan mail you get otherwise.
If you want to know about swimming, I can talk about that.
Yeah, whoever touches the wall first is the winner.
Nice.
Oh, very nice
You
move.
know, the goalie for Franklin Regional has made a difference today. She's made some very fine stops. Unfortunately for us. Very nice outlet pass, too, on the run.
Alexis Seaton, number 32, a freshman, chasing down, making a defensive play.
And who's number 26 for us there?
That will be our ball. So that, to the rule you were asking about earlier, see Franklin Regional passed behind the goal and dropped it and went out of bounds.
Okay.
So that's our ball. It's only
It's not
if
a shot.
Only if it's a shot. The idea being to encourage shooting.
Ooh, that looked like
That's
a-
open stick. But I think they could probably call it shoving. So who is number 18?
I'm going to get you that name and just... Oh,
Chet's using the phone approach.
number 18 for Upper St. Clair is... That's Kristen. We had a Rockenstein.
Kirsten?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Kirsten Rockenstein doing a nice job.
I don't have my cheaters either. Bad combination, like you said. 13:20 left in the half. Upper St. Clair on the attack, and it is 11-2 game, so we can't wait too much time between shots. Oh, I bet that the coach would like some nice plays right now, just to...
Yeah, that was forced there. That's an example of what I was talking about earlier. Because it was Amy Anderson making the cut, they forced it to her because she's a good player and she's a scorer, but she wasn't open. So, those of you watching on TV, if your daughters are out here playing, come up and announce. Chet and I are happy to do
Actually, we're going to announce a contest. Whoever does the best job at the end of the year gets a pizza party. And we need 2 new people next game in order to challenge us.
I think that's right. Well, also, we need 2 new people whose daughters are actually playing in this game. Because we both have freshman daughters who are watching intently from the sideline.
But they have their sweatsuits on, and they're warm. Franklin Regional again taking time, not in a whole lot of hurry to try to shoot an 11-2 game with 11:30 left in the half. They're content on running the right play. Now in a situation like this, Andy, I see the girls are cutting, and is it that they're waiting for a play, or they, as I said, they just don't want to make a mistake and keep possession?
I think it's more what you were saying. Sometimes when they're doing that, they're basically passing the ball around until they see something up, and then they start the play. But I think they're probably just parking because they have a good lead.
Man, that was a nice...
Ugh, that's the kind of turnover I'm talking about. There's no need for that turnover at all. It's just passing to somebody who wasn't there. Good,
Oh, nice.
good goaltending there. You notice how she went out and challenged the shooter.
Her put the stick right in her basket there. Now we have another whistle. Go figure.
I think at 9 goals, they're not that worried about the clock.
The ref with the bad wheel likes the whistle.
I'm tired. I think he probably has bad hips because it looks like he can't really get his hips to go.
We might just have, for some reason they are being forced, it seems, into a substitution. Maybe it's a penalty. I'm not so sure.
So we have Sammy Pickers working her way down the right side. Through traffic. Nicely
Very nice
through traffic.
attack.
She's just going to go ahead and go all the way to the goal here, I think. And
what
scores.
a play! She was not going to be denied.
Upper St. Clair goal by number 17, Sammy Pickers.
Now it's 11-3 with 9:30 left in the game. That was one determined goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 more would be the... How about 9 more? Let's get greedy. We have some substitutions coming in. One thing I did notice, the bench over at Franklin Regional is a lot thinner than ours. It's one thing we do have, a lot of young players it seems, and the program here at Upper St. Clair seems to be growing quite a bit.
Yeah, it's good. I think we have a good collection of underclassmen. But anyway, back to your pizza competition for the announcing. We would when this is actually broadcast in July, it'll be too late for any of you to come sign up. But if this is broadcast during the season, please come and take your turn in the booth.
Obviously, no experience necessary.
Yeah, well, we're both proof of that.
Or maybe experience should be necessary. One thing I've noticed, it looks like our defensive positioning is very solid this second half. That might be an adjustment that the coach has made to make certain that our girls are staying between the attacker and the goal. Now we got a little pick play right
Oh, that was a great offensive play and hit the post.
Now the goalie's best friend, the post.
Uh-oh.
Well, nice goal, unfortunately. You can see where Ashley seemed to have seen where the ball was going and just couldn't get her basket up quickly enough.
Yeah, she was close to saving that. She had a beat on it.
By the way, we're really not good announcers. I think other people should take their turn. 8:06 left in the half. 12-3 is the score.
A lot of scrumming for the ball.
Very much.
Looks like field hockey right now. Oh, here we go. Good job. It's a freshman, number 12.
That was
If you use your
Heck.
phone, we could tell what her name is.
let me see if I can. We've called her name a couple of times, and unfortunately, I just cannot remember. Number 12 is that's Kristen Perry.
Unfortunately, that's a Franklin Regional ball. Oh, nice passing, and number 19's got a big head of steam going. Good defensive job to push her wide. She looked like she was going to barrel to the goal there.
Well, like I said, the defensive positioning has been very solid for us this half.
Oh, here comes number 3, Emily Fletcher. Her big sister would be proud of her.
Fletcher. I'm trying to place the name.
Yeah, when they don't live in the same house anymore, then the big sister could be nice to her and be proud of her.
Timeout.
You'll see. Let's see.
Are we on or are we off?
Come on, Johnny.
That's a great school. That's where I went to law school.
Here we are, 5:53 left in the half. Upper St. Clair is trailing Franklin Regional Panthers 12-3. And after a timeout, looks like Upper St. Clair
Let's
is going to get the ball.
I think it's Maggie Simpson with the ball. She's got serious wheels.
Yes, she does.
The whole stick
Nice.
handling thing has always been a
Ooh.
bit of a problem for her. That's our ball.
Okay. The ref got it right. He agrees with you. Would be nice to put one or two more up on the board and have good plays to get those goals. Actually, it'd be good to get 9 more, but with 5:19 left in the half, that might be asking a little bit too much. Coaches in situations like this want to see the girls practice their fundamentals and do the things that they've been practicing for the last several weeks. Nice passing, nice plays, nice stick work, and maybe a goal.
Amy Anderson looking to roll the crease and
she
scores.
does score a goal. Very nice individual effort.
Upper St. Clair goal by number 20, Captain Amy Anderson.
Now, what I noticed there is it was almost a clear out where the other girls did give space, and would that be a set play?
You know what? I was kind of watching it. I was just watching Amy play. I couldn't tell if it was or not. I can tell you that the defender's not supposed to let her shoot from there, because she cleared her out. She was trying to roll the crease, and she cleared her out. And Amy's left-handed, and so she'll sometimes fool the defender because she goes to left hand automatically. And the best players can shoot with either hand, but I think the defender was guarding her right side, and she just reached around her and ripped the shot.
4:46 left in the half, 12-4 Franklin Regional over Upper St. Clair. And the draw was somehow. Once again, the referees doing the best that they can to explain to the minute detail what they're thinking. Defensive position will be important here. Oh, nicely placed shot.
That's still okay though.
Well, that makes the score 13-4.
Mercy will.
4:17 left in the half. Still 4:17 left in the half.
My hips are killing me, says the one umpire. Let's talk for a minute here before I have to walk back over there. I'm dying for an Advil. I got some Vicodin in the car.
And for those that don't like our announcing, prove yourselves better than us.
Prove that you're worthy. All you have to do is show up.
Guarantee you'll win.
I don't know how he saw that. And you know what? His hips are bad, but his eyes are sharp.
I bet he's got great eyes. Great eyes.
There's no relationship. Man, you gotta be in desperate need for the $50 if you can barely walk. You say you still want to ref.
No, this is what I'm thinking. They just love the game.
Yeah, that's it. High school girls lacrosse, 20 miles from their house. I'm sure that's the reason.
Love the game.
Okay, well, that's mercy rules then.
Well, it is 14-4, 3:20 left in the half.
You tell Chet about the interesting rule that even when it's mercy rule, you still stop the clock at 2 minutes and continue every whistle.
Why have a mercy rule?
Once it's a 10-goal differential, it's mercy rule. And right now there is. But it's at 2 minutes, we still have to stop the clock on every whistle. So it's only going to happen for about a minute or so here.
Leave our girls alone. She's a meanie. Now, if you're the Franklin Regional coach, do you maybe take a little air out of the tire? Let the girls just pass, or do you, well, you found the answer.
You should. However, the Franklin Regional coaches are really bad sports.
They weren't happy to be in 3 times last year.
No, they weren't at all. And they were childish about it, too. Emily Fletcher with the ball. Ooh, unfortunately gets its stick checked out of her. She paused to look to see what was going on, and
Place that name again.
here comes Franklin Regional looking to pile on. The Franklin Regional coaches were such bad sports. After we beat them in the semifinal game, we played them 3 times. They were signaling from behind the goal in the Whiphill Championship game to the Peters coach. Not to the Peters coach, excuse me. They were yelling to the Peters girls the plays to set up on offense to counter the defense we had set. And I wouldn't make this up. The officials had to throw them out and throw them back and make them go back to the stands because the officials figured out what was going on.
Ooh. That should be a card. I would think. But what do I know?
1 minute remaining in the game.
Get my part. Well, they are going to go on the attack. Ooh, that's not a good thing there.
So with 37 seconds left, unfortunately, 14-4, Franklin Regional. Not the kind of game that the girls would have liked to see as their home opener. But they definitely have the signs of a team that could improve dramatically over the season.
Good news is you're going to have warm showers within the hour.
Ooh.
Very nice shot on goal. But a very nice stop by the netminder. 10 seconds left in the game. And the coach is still going to have him attack. Way to go, coach.
Final score 14 Franklin Regional, 4 Upper St. Clair. We will hopefully not see you next time because our replacements will be here.
It was a pleasure to learn from you, Andy.
Have a good night.